This would blow people's minds, like that you are a wealthy guy and you rent where you live.
I rent where I live.
Wow.
I would never have equity in something that doesn't produce cash. Your house doesn't pay you.
Right.
That makes it a bad investment. My jet makes me more money than a house will.
Right.
Because it can get me places. Nobody goes to your house to do a deal. You guys have more equity in your house than you do in your brand, your business, your expansion.
Right.
And who's really making the money on that? The bank. They made 6% when you bought it. The seller paid for that. That was passed on to you. 6% when you sell it. That's 12%. 2.3% every year to the state. So if you own the house 20 years, that's 44%. The bank made 5 or 6% every year. So 20 years times 5%, that's 100%. So you'd have to make like 160% to break even for 20 years.
So you're getting when you buy a house.
And the worst thing is you were stuck there the whole time when you didn't want to be.
When I was younger, I definitely felt like I needed just somebody. I wanted a dope boy, little princess that was with a dope boy. Yeah. But as I get older, I'm like, damn, where the lame ones at?
The lame ones?
The lame ones.
The regular smuggler. That's what she means.
The 9 to 5 guys.
Hey, guys, they are asking, hey, where the lame guys at?
No.
That's not
Listen,
true.
It is true.
No,
That's
we're not
what she said.
asking that though.
She didn't have a better word.
Yeah.
Was the dope boy lifestyle, what you felt like you playing Grand Theft Auto or something? Like, was it exhilarating? Like, what I'm saying?
That's just exciting.
Yeah,
That's
did
just
you,
exciting.
what you felt
No,
like?
it was like, oh, the cute little girl with the dimples. Why is she with this guy?
I have his Glock in my purse.
She was
as I get older, my preferences have changed a lot.
Mm.
But just logically thinking, now at 32, it's like,
Now you want the nice guy. Them nice guys been in the DM since you was 23.
literally.
Hoping for a chance.
They
and you looked at that shit like, ew.
delete.
Yo, they say nice guys finish last.
They really do though. Listen, I'm all for a nice guy, but my thing is
I knew that butt was coming.
Don't be too much of a nice guy where you're a simp.
Hey, that shit there gangster. I don't respect the bitch asking for shit. The motherfucker here late at night on this. That's it.
I feel in your 20s, you're starting to learn who you are and you see what you like and what you dislike. And I think that in your 20s, you shouldn't be dating somebody. Like if you're 21, 22, you should not be in a relationship for like 5 years.
Really?
I think you should, if it happens, great, good for you. But I think that you should explore who you are as a person. And by that, you can also date multiple guys so you can see what you like, what you dislike.
I'm 37 years old and this is not the first time that I've had my age weaponized against me, so let's talk about it. It's so funny to me when people use aging as a way to insult somebody because in my mind I'm like, well, what is the alternative? Like, I hate to break it to you babes, but what you're looking at right now, this is as good as it gets. And I'm not talking about looks or money or anything superficial. I'm talking about the fact that I'm 37 and alive. I don't have any major health concerns. Knock on wood, because that is not a guarantee as you get older. I get to wake up and have the privilege of living another day. Like, honestly, what is the alternative? Isn't aging the goal? Somebody's got to explain this to me because I don't get it.
When you're black, you're never really lonely because there will always be a white person.
I've been seeing a lot of these, and previously it would have mind blown me. People are just existing and getting this reaction from white people. The people who don't do this can't believe that this happens often. They think that it's kind of rare. That's a problem. The moment I realized this wasn't rare was a very specific moment in my life. I used to tour with a hip-hop group. I know. We were good, okay. Everyone in the group was from the south side of Chicago except for me. I was from the north side of Chicago, and I'm clearly white. It was like the Fergie of the group. We were booked all over the place, all kinds of venues, bars, clubs. We would go into the predominantly black clubs. I was looked at like, okay, what is she doing here, you know? But it was never made to make me feel uncomfortable. I was very quickly accepted. That's the point. I was never made to feel unwelcome. I would say about the third time we went into a predominantly white place is when I realized why I felt so uncomfortable in the white places. As soon as me and my group, my team, walked through the door, the entire place went silent. People were looking at us from the bar like. Simultaneously, my group, my team, lowered their tone and changed their body language. It was a very obvious change. Those people in this venue expected something bad to happen just because we walked through the door. They didn't see me, they just saw the group I was with because it was a bigger group. The amount of rage that I felt when I realized this was unbelievable. Imagine walking through the door, knowing that you're a stranger to these people in the building who are also strangers, and they just look at you expecting something bad to happen, and they watch your every move and ready to react accordingly. That would make you want to fight. That would make you want to make something for them not to like you about, you know what I mean? The amount of restraint that the Black community has, salute you. My ass would be fighting. I know that for sure. I would make a problem. I will never forget that moment. It might not sound like much when I'm talking about it, but it was a big slap in the face to me. And even to this moment, I don't even understand, what is the reason? When people say all lives matter, they've completely missed freaking point.